Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my video on runecrafting with the new Archaeology relics. There are two new relics from Archaeology that help with Abyss runecrafting and make it amazing. I'm going to be looking into souls, bloods, and natures and comparing all of them. But you can make over 13 mil GP an hour now with this new relic doing bloods and natures, which is insane. So let's get right into this video. The first new relic is called the Nexus mod relic. This relic requires 80 dungeoneering for a chaotic gatestone which costs 25,000 dungeoneering tokens. You need to combine this chaotic gatestone with a restored chaos star artifact to make an abyssal gatestone. This means you require 68 archaeology for this as well. You can boost from 66 with soil tea though. Then you use your relic on the mysterious monolith and it costs 150 energy to have this one active. And what this does is it teleports you to the middle of the abyss every single time. It's like having the wilderness sword proc all the time. It's insane. The second relic is the Pouch Protector. This relic requires 75 runecrafting for a giant pouch and 36 archaeology for the Abyssal Thread. The Abyssal Thread is obtained from completing the Zamorakian 1 collection log. Then you just use the giant pouch on the Abyssal Thread and it will turn into this relic. This relic uses 100 monolith energy and makes sure runecrafting pouches never degrade. This includes the massive pouch from the Runespan shop. This was one of the most annoying things about runecrafting, having to continuously go back to Runespan to get the best pouch with Runespan points. But now that it doesn't degrade with this relic, you can continuously do runecrafting without having to go back to replace the pouch. Really awesome. So as you can see, I bought the chaotic gatestone for 25,000 dungeoneering tokens, mixed it with my chaos star and it gave me the relic. Then the abyssal thread mixed with a giant pouch gives you the relic there as well. If you need a new giant pouch after using yours, you can go to the runecrafting guild and buy it for 50k. Right, now with that being said, let's get into the method. The setup to do Abyss runecrafting has not changed, except for the fact that you don't need the combined catalyst fragment anymore because the relic makes your pouches never degrade. The reason why I have two setups is because I use the action bar at the bottom of the screen here, and in order to fill up all of your pouches with this action bar, you need to have as many pure essence in your inventory as possible, which means it doesn't really work if you have urns and stuff clogging up your inventory, so you need an inventory just with pure essence and pouches. I'll explain more on how to bank in a second. But when it comes to the actual useful things that I use Bladed Dive with the mobile perk. I have mobile and wise on my offhand Excalibur. Bladed Dive is so good for Abyss runecrafting. You want an Abyssal Titan for more runes. A Phoenix necklace is helpful against PKers because it will heal you if you go to very low HP. So instead of dying, you get a bit of a heal. So, you know, you're less likely to die to PKers. I use the power burst of sorcery every 2 minutes to double the runes that I craft to make more money. And obviously urns with urn enhancer and stuff is a nice XP boost, so that's definitely useful as well. You also then need a demonic skull. I take the ethereal outfit for extra runes being stored in the body. Slayer cape, because the Slayer cape can teleport right back to the Edgefield Bank if you press number 9 option on the Slayer cape. That's why I have it on number 9 on my action bar. So I can just press 9 and 9 and it will teleport straight to Mandriff, who's in Edgefield Bank. Easiest way to bank is the Slayer cape. So now with that being said and everything being shown, why do I have my action bar like this? Well, the reason is very, very simple. You go to your bank, you want to right click your massive pouch and you want to fill that one up at the bank. Once you've done this, you want to press your preset. The preset with just pouches and pure essence. Once you press your preset, you want to press number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on your ability bar. As long as you've got your ability bar like mine, what it will do is it will fill up your ethereal body, your small and medium pouches, then it will take from your Abyssal Titan, and then fill up your other 2 pouches. Then all of your pouches are filled within like 1 second of hitting 1 to 6. Then you click your bank again, load your other preset with urns in it and a power burst of sorcery, and then get going, get crafting your runes through the abyss. This means that you don't have to spend loads of time in the bank right clicking, fill in your pouches. You can just fill them all up super quickly with your action bar. I showcased this in previous videos, but I wanted to re-showcase it here, just in case you haven't seen my other videos on runecrafting. Now the setup and method is out of the way, the rest is very self-explanatory. While running through the abyss, you want to use your bladed dive, you want to use your surge, and you just want to utilize all of your movement abilities. Even things like barge are good on the skeletons. One thing they have added recently though is a right-click configure option on the Zamorak Wizard. You can configure your teleport with the Zamorak Wizard to be left-click now. So you can just left-click the Zamorak Wizard as long as you've configured it to have that option. This means you don't have to right-click the Zamorak Wizard to teleport, you can just left-click him after bladed diving over to him or something like that. Obviously when you get into the abyss, now with this new relic, you're going to be teleporting directly into the center of the abyss. So it's very easy to just bladed dive over to the blood altar, or the nature altars right next to you if you're doing nats, etc. Remember, every 2 minutes you want to be activating your power burst of sorcery, so you get double runes crafted every 2 minutes. You sadly won't be able to use a dose of the potion every single time you craft runes, but it's an amazing boost to GP if you use it every 2 minutes. Every time it's off cooldown, make sure you're using that potion. But that's literally all there is to this method. You just need to do it over and over and over again. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. A couple of tips I can give is when you're entering the wilderness, once you're inside the wilderness, your surge and bladed dive share a cooldown. But if you surge at the wilderness wall once you jump over, that will technically be outside of the wilderness and you're surging into it, which means if you surge straight away as you jump over the wilderness wall, they won't be sharing a cooldown between surge and bladed dive. So what I try and do is I bladed dive outside of the bank, then I surge to the wilderness wall, I jump over the wilderness wall, I surge again with double surge from Anachronia, then I'll look for a skeleton to barge. If there's no skeleton to barge, I'll just click the wizard and teleport with him. Once I get inside the Nexus, I then run slightly west and then I bladed dive over to the blood altar, go through and make my runes. That worked pretty well for me and I got a lot of crafts an hour doing it this way, but you may find a bladed dive and surge route that fits you better. So after an hour of blood runes, this is what I got. 14,668 bloods and 29 abyssal thread. Sadly, both of these items sell slightly under mid right now. This means that the price check is a little bit higher than what it actually was, and these items sold for 13.5 mil. But 13.5 mil for 1 hour is insane. I'll also go into XP rates soon. The reason why I crafted so many blood runes is if you have Mauritania Legs 2, they give you a 10% chance of crafting an additional rune, which is really helpful here. And that leg effect is taken into consideration if you're wearing the ethereal outfit. I also done an hour of natures. I got 25,462 nature runes and 30 thread. Again, these didn't sell quite a mid and I got 14.3 million GP for an hour of natures. Obviously, I crafted more natures than bloods because you get double nature crafts at 91 plus. I also tested out soul runes, and soul runes really weren't impacted with this relic much at all, because most of the time crafting soul runes is the AFK part empowering the altar. So soul runes really didn't change much. You would just empower the altar, go bank, come back, empower the altar, and you'd only go through the abyss when you're actually crafting the runes on your 4th run. But I wanted to compare souls here just to get an XP rate to showcase, you know, how much better XP they are or whatever. So now you're probably wondering, what are the XP rates? What are the GP rates? Well, here you go. Looking at blood runes first, blood runes have always been my favourite rune to craft. They're really good XP and really good GP, and these are the ones I would recommend doing for 99 or 120 or even 200 mil rune crafting. I was getting 515k experience an hour with bonus XP and the demonic skull through the abyss. Without bonus XP, this would be around 400k experience an hour, because bonus XP doesn't work quite as well with rune crafting in the abyss as it does on other skills because of the way the demonic skull works. The GP I made with the runes and thread from blood runes was 13.5 mil. So 13.5 mil GP an hour and 400k experience an hour is pretty fantastic. Looking at natures, natures are decent because they don't have quest requirements like blood runes and you can just do them outright with no requirements essentially, except for a rune crafting requirement. Doing the Abyss with bonus XP and Demonic Skull with Natures was 470k experience an hour. Doing it without bonus XP was 365k experience an hour. So these are about 10% less experience an hour than Bloods, but you do make a little bit more money at 14.3 million GP an hour, and they don't have the quest requirements like I said. But I'd much rather take the hit of 800k GP an hour and get 10% more XP personally with Bloods. Then looking at Soul Runes, the only reason I would really do these is because it's AFK. The AFK factor of Soul Runes is really nice and appealing to people who don't want to go and do Abyss Runecrafting or are feeling a bit lazy. The experience an hour through the Abyss with a Demonic Skull and bonus XP for Soul Runes is 565k experience an hour. The experience an hour through the Abyss without bonus XP was 440k experience an hour. So these are 10% more experience than Blood Runes, but you only make 500k GP an hour because you barely make any Soul Runes with this method. So if you're going to compare the two, you're looking at 10% more XP for 13 million GP an hour loss doing Soul Runes rather than Bloods. Bloods is a lot more money and only a little bit less experience, but they're not AFK. So all in all, if I was going to advise anything, I guess you can do Soul Runes if you really want to AFK, and if you want to make money while getting good XP, you want to do Bloods. And I would recommend Bloods all the way to 200 mil because that's what I personally done, and I think that's 100% worth it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video either way. Give the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to RuneScape 3, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, see ya.